Do you have any real worries on the defense? I know Jimmy Ward's hurt, and that's a huge loss. But is it as huge of a loss as fans are making it out to be?
I think the 49ers are pretty strong everywhere. And you
Hmm.
kind of had two major questions this year, the nickel slot corner and the number two safety. Well, you answer the slot corner with Samuel Womack, who looks
Oh,
all world.
beast.
Incredible job. But we've only seen him in the preseason, so
Yeah.
he's going to have some moments. And then, Talanoa stepped up and yeah, a lot of confidence. Great training camp. Didn't really get to see a lot of them in preseason, but that's okay. And now you have a new question mark because again, the free safety. Here's the job of the free safety. Jimmy Ward's been back there for 9 years. He's moved around on the defense, but he helps that number two safety, which is a question mark, be where he's supposed to be. He helps that nickel corner, which is a question mark, be where they need to be. So you have the one issue of not having Jimmy Ward for the first 4 weeks. But on top of that, it kind of exponentially impacts the strong safety role and the nickel role because that's usually his job to get those guys help aligned. Now you
Yeah.
have Fred Warner that's going to make up for a lot of that, but it's an issue. So that's why they brought in Taishan Gibson. And I really do think he's going to make this roster as a vet. He didn't have a great preseason game against the Texans, but he was there for 2 days
I was gonna say he
before
was
the
on the
game.
street.
Yeah, and so, but he's somebody that's been with Kyle. He had a Pro Bowl season with Kyle back in Cleveland, I think in 2014, and so he's a vet. He's been around. He's got over 100 career starts. That's somebody that should step in. Tarvarius Moore was going to be that guy, but he's had a bad preseason. So I
Yes.
think Tayshawn Gibson's going to help. Not be, and here's what I'll say about Tayshawn Gibson. He's not going to make great plays. He's going to get Talanoa and Samuel Womack to be allowed to make great plays, if that makes sense. So you might
Yeah.
not fill them on the stat sheet, but you're going to fill them on the back end because it's going to be fewer missed assignments.
Yeah, no, I completely. Now, I will say that Trevarius Moore, I feel like he last game it wasn't as bad as the Green Bay game. Like he's
Correct.
looked better. But he's still he's still taking bad angles. And I think that he's
Yes.
still just not an instinctual type of player, if that makes any sense. And it's just I just think that it might have been curtains for him if the 49ers had done what I wanted and drafted a safety this year. But it is what it is. He's here and this is who we got. I think that's why they went out, like you said, and got Gibson. Who knows what Gibson can give us? I don't know if he'll be starting. I think that they're gonna use the band-aid. They're gonna use more as the band-aid initially because I like you said, Gibson didn't really look that solid. He'd only had 2 days of practice, but I think he needs at least. I know that he'll have another couple of weeks, but I don't know that he just beats Moore out just because Moore's been in the building. If that makes sense.
And the athleticism on Moore, let's just be really
Yeah,
honest, is it's really, really good. But like you said, he's still making rookie mistakes in the
true.
preseason against backups. And it's the same issues we've seen for 4 years now. Like he cannot take good angles. And again, what is D'Amico Ryan's entire philosophy? You got to
Mhm.
stop the run to be allowed to play the pass. You got to earn it. That's the phrasing that he uses. And I do not feel confident about Tarvarius Moore earning the role. He's a ball hawk safety, right? Let him
Yeah,
roam free back there, but you can't just be a ball hawk safety. You've got to stop the run, and that's where it's just so questionable.
yeah, and yeah, you're right on that. The real thing is I like because those are the two options. It's like a coin flip to me is the way I look at it, and to see who is. I mean, who it just depends on how they're feeling on who has the best practice in the next 2 weeks, I guess.
Yeah.
But can the
Yeah, that's
depth?
yet to be determined. You're right. That they're still battling for that. George
Yeah,
Odom's included in that as well.
and yeah, no, I think that Odom is going to be. Odom it could be a factor in a bigger factor, but even Odom, I don't know if I'm the only one that noticed this. I don't like him to his tackling. I just don't. He kind of. I think he missed a tackle in this last game, and there was another game. I think it was in the Minnesota game where he missed a tackle. He's more of like a tackler. He kind of just slows them up for other guys to come in and finish. Like, it's the way it
Well,
looks
he's a
to me. I don't
special
know.
teamer, that's his
That's
trade,
true.
right? So,
That's
like,
true.
he's used to open field tackles, which he's good at, and he's a great special teamer, but you're right, he's not a linebacker, he's not a safety that comes in and, like, fills hard. I saw it as well, so I commend you on that, Peter, because I think you're spot on there. Like, he's gonna get there and make the sure play and allow people to rally, which is a little
Mhm.
different for safety play.